It appears as though Volvo is at least going to have its IPO plans delayed for the time being. And that's according to a report in the FT. And according to this report, the parent company of Volvo, which is Geely, a Chinese automaker, which has been talking for some time about an IPO, has decided, you know what, because of the uncertainties of the trade dispute that's going on, not only between the United States and China, but also between the United States and Europe, it's wise for now to hold off on taking Volvo to become a publicly traded company. By the way, this was going to have shares listed in Sweden. Volvo production, just so everybody understands, right now, all of the models sold here in the United States, they are imported. One from China, the rest are coming from Volvo plants over in Europe. This year, sales are doing fantastic, up 32.9%. And the plant that is down in the Charleston area, that production is just beginning. We're not going to see any impact in terms of those vehicles rolling into showrooms, at least for 6 to 9 months at a minimum. And then they're just going to start trickling in. As you take a look at shares of the parent company of Volvo, this is Geely. Keep in mind, this is an IPO that Geely has wanted for some time, so it can really unlock the potential for Volvo, which had record sales last year, guys. But again, according to the FT, they're going to hold off on putting that public because of these concerns about what might happen with these trade disputes.
Phil, so we've got this latest news from Geely and Volvo holding off on the IPO.
Yep.
We had that news, I guess it was last week, about Ford not importing cars, small cars made in China here to the U.S. Have we heard any other sort of impacts from the other automakers thus far? And if so, what other companies should we be keeping an eye on in terms of all of these trade currents?
Well, the big concerns are both Europe as well as Mexico and Canada, because there are a lot more vehicles imported from there. With regard to China, you really only have one vehicle from Volvo and then two from for General Motors that are imported in. And already GM has said, look, the Buick Envision, which is built over there in China, the price is going to have to go up at some point because of the tariffs that are being put on those vehicles. Now, we haven't seen a huge impact in terms of Envision sales, but it's early. We're just starting to see those tariff impacts go onto the price of those vehicles. You really want to watch Europe, and you really want to watch what happens both Canada and Mexico, because that's where we get the bulk of the imported vehicles.